Hello Fleet Ready fam, welcome to Fleet Ready Gaming. My name is Savad and welcome to the channel. It's been a while since we've posted a video, especially a live stream. I figured since it's the weekend and it's the weekend before CitizenCon, we would kind of just hang out, play some Star Citizen, and talk about some of the fun stuff that's going on. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this up. Make sure our audio is working good, looking good. Alright. Oh, got the wrong view here. 1 second. Press the wrong button. There we go. So, Star Citizen 320 right now. We'll talk about 321 in just a moment, but 320, it has been an interesting week. The Anvil F8C Lightning has been released and is being sold. I am so pleased to finally have this legendary ship finally out to the public. I've been waiting on mine for a long time. Couple of years now, and super excited to finally have it in my hangar in game and not just as a JPEG. It is fun to be able to finally fly it around, and from what I've done, it is amazing. Took it out the other night with one of my org members, our org member Ghostly Vendetta, and he managed to find one of the golden tickets and was using a rented one, and we were doing some bounty hunting missions and service beacons, combat assist missions, and just having a blast. It was so much fun. But we are currently at Seraphim Station, and okay, that's not normal. Somehow someone got one of their ships in here and destroyed it. Awesome. Hello viewer that joined. Welcome to the stream. We're going to go ahead and grab our F8C. We're probably going to have to claim it because last time I was in... no, it came back. Nice.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the
Alright, so
location.
perfect. Hello viewers, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Feel free to comment in the chat. I got that pulled up so I'm able to see. We're just playing some Star Citizen today, talking about all things Alpha 320, 321, and the upcoming CitizenCon, which I will be going to here in less than a week. Whoa. Hit the wrong button there. That was kind of trippy. Anyways, so yeah, with 320, and as of I believe today, they included the F8C event to the PTU as well. Players are now able to go out into the verse and find golden tickets in the loot pool, which allow them to be able to rent the F8C and unlocks the ability to purchase on the website. Last I checked, I believe it was 260 fresh money and 300 store credit. It is not CCU-able, so you can't upgrade from what I recall, and it is just an amazing ship to fly. I'm sure it's going to get nerfed to no end here in the coming patches after the sale is over, as do all good things. Whoa, okay. But, it is what it is. It's interesting. What can they really nerf about this ship? Because, with the like the Ares series with the Ion and Inferno, the weapons on those were bespoke to only those two variants. So, like with the Ion, especially, they were able to nerf its gun. Hey, how's it going, Axis? Good to have you here, man. But, with that one, they were able to nerf the weapons, rate of fire, spread of fire, and all that, and not really have it affect anything else because it's only for that one ship. While for the F8C, it's using weapons that every other ship has access to. And so, I could see that, maybe they can tweak it a little bit based off of the components that the F8C uses. But even with that being said, it couldn't be that much of a nerf from what I see. What I basically see them doing is nerfing the agility and overall mobility of the F8C. It is a very agile ship. Kind of like how what Avenger 1 said. It's like a cross between an arrow and a hawk that meets a what is that ship series called with the Sentinel, the Harbinger, but that heavy fighter series. And so, that's one way I could see how they could nerf it is affecting the maneuverability of it. All right, let's see what we got here. Got some bounty hunting missions. The Vanguard. Thank you, Axis. Yes, exactly. Okay, well, first off, we'll get call to arms. Hopefully we're not going to get attacked here. Last time I pulled out someone tried to get their jollies by getting a jump on me, and I was able to warp out before anything happened. Alright, I guess we will do some... We'll do a comma array mission. But overall, this is supposed to be the premier UEE fighter, so it's like it's going to have to be top of the line compared to a lot of its competitors just because of what it represents. So I don't see them nerfing it too much. But overall, I'm loving it. I'm so happy to finally have this in game. Getting to our mission objective. Now with, I was surprised to see that they included the hunt event to the PTU. It makes me think that maybe they actually are that two trains of thoughts that either A, they're trying to get more people onto the PTU to test things out, and using that as a draw-in. Another is that, maybe there already is enough people on there that they're like, hey, these people are missing out on it. Let's swap it over. But overall, honestly, I don't mind that CIG is selling it to the general public. Hopefully it's this one-time sale that they do keep their promise that the ship will be only obtainable through, completion or getting to a certain point through Squadron. But, we'll see. Heard a nasty rumor that a fellow streamer decided to rig the contest in its favor by shorting one of... I haven't heard of that one yet, Axis, but honestly, I'm not surprised. That's kind of messed up, especially if his teammate was the one who got it. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. All right. Timer hasn't started yet. Alright, got a bogey. Whoa. Alright. But very much looking forward to CitizenCon here in the next less than a week. Excuse me. Do apologize. I'm a little sick right now, towards the tail end of a cold. All right. All right. So we found one of the monitors. Oh, I'm sure he has been. That's messed up, man. But yes, CitizenCon. Super excited for it. This will be my first CitizenCon that I'll be going to. Oop, that's the wrong button. And the potentials for reveals this year is very excited. Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, it was kind of a random pop on tonight. Axis just had some time. Figured that I haven't played a actual, in-game video for some time. And kind of just wanted to talk about what's going on and what, people should expect in the coming days. Alright, found the next monitor. Nice. I'm probably only going to be on for like half an hour, not that long. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time. But yeah, CitizenCon, super excited. I'm wrapping up the giveaways that I've been preparing, and only got a couple more left to finish up. If you haven't seen that, check out our most recent posted video that talks about that. Doing a lot of different wood engraved keychains and such. But you can check out the video to see more on that. Similar stuff we'll be doing for merch for the channel as well as for giveaway prizes. So that way we can do more giveaways and things like that in the future. Slow down.
Target destroyed.
Nice. 2 minutes left to find this last comm array or monitor. Now, where's the original monitor? No, it's an NPC. I do believe. But yeah, I plan on streaming portions of the convention. I'll be streaming while I'm walking around. Plan to try and meet up with some other content creators and, talk to them, see what their overall feelings are of the keynotes and things like that. And then I'll be meeting with a couple of you guys from the community as well who have mentioned in our Discord that will be attending. So super excited for that. Which, if you are going, please let me know. There might be a keychain waiting for you if you can make it. Got a minute left. Come on. So you can really book it. I love that.
Okay.
Where is it? There's a Buccaneer and the monitor. Awesome. I'm going to focus on the monitor because we got 40-something seconds. Oh, gotta slow down. Oh, blacking out. But you know what? That's fine. And got it. Alright, where's that last guy? Alright. Man, the maneuvering thrusters on this thing is insane. Is there a heck of a delay? There's something going on with that. I don't know why. It seems to be only with Star Citizen that causes my camera to have a delay.
Target destroyed.
I wasn't even intentionally trying to hit him with that. That's too funny. It was a soft kill, it looks like. Oh, and that missile finished him. Awesome. All right. We need to move out of here. Because I do believe we'll be trespassing if we stay too long. Medical. One moment as we take a look at what we got. Caves, don't want that. That's far away. Oh, we're trespassing now. Oh gosh, missile turrets are engaged. Alright, let's just get out of here.
Path low. Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now on.
Alright. But yeah, man, since upgrading this to this new CPU, I know it's been quite a while now, so it's not exactly new. The response time on the stream has been fantastic. But the camera disconnect is still an issue, which I had an issue with the last, my old CPU as well. So I'll need to look into that as well. But yeah, super excited for CitizenCon. There's quite a few panels I'm excited for. I'm excited to see on day one the engineering gameplay panel as well as the UI panel. Really hoping that we get to see the new star map as well as maybe the updates on the local map and compass for first person, which would be awesome. Also very excited. I'm curious because for those who have viewed the schedule, you know, the last event I believe is supposed to be at 5 and then the venue closes at 7. So there's like a 2-hour period where nothing is supposed to be happening on the first day, which on the second day there isn't that gap. Exactly, Axis, is that I'm hoping that they have a secret Squadron 42 panel for the end of the first day. Which if they do, I will definitely be there and will be streaming that. Calliope. It is a really huge gap. All right, what are we gonna do? I'm kind of fiddle farting around here. So right for the picking priority. Okay, so one is for the illegal and non-illegal. Okay. You know what?
Hi, I'm an agent with MT.
We're gonna screw around and
Insist on dealing with this vital security matter.
go do some
We've located an automated production facility
jump town
that's poised
stuff.
to activate for a limited time. As outlined in the initial brief, we need you to secure the facility, seize any contraband you can find, and deliver it to a security kiosk. Even though the
IP
facility
is
is
that,
automated,
yes.
there's a chance hostile elements will be present, so please be careful out there.
All right. Now, with this video, we're trying to kind of get the ball rolling again on the channel. It's been a while since I've posted videos, and as progress has, news is starting to come out again for Star Citizen. We're exiting the drought. The IAE is just around the corner. We're going to start, posting more videos to the channel. And with that, we're going to try to do some more giveaways and things like that, both with ships and physical merchandise. Still working out on how we're going to do the physical merchandise, but we have that planned. And then on top of it, we're going to be setting up a merch store as well. So if you guys want any coasters, keychains, awesome personally engraved items, that's where we're going to be starting off with. Well, we got some time to, as we quantum over to Microtech. But yeah, I hope everyone is excited for CitizenCon. Let me know down in the comment section what you're looking forward to most from both, the presentations as well as just the next the rest of this year. What do you hope to see be transferred over, based off of what we've seen and heard. I recently was listening to a Space Tomato podcast, and he was talking that currently in the pipeline there's 13 to 15 ships in production right now, possibly more if there's variants. He was talking to Execute, and I believe he said that there's a potential of up to 21 ships being currently in development, which is absolutely insane. Granted, not all of them coming out in the near term. There's things like the Polaris, which definitely has an entire year left of work on. But from, the Apollo to the, I believe the Crucible is being worked on right now. I don't know what level of work, but, the Santaki Eye, which is finishing up, the leaked Drake Cutter variants, the leaked RSI Zeus, which we'll hopefully be getting with CitizenCon. There's a lot of surprising stuff being worked on right now, and I'm excited to see, what's around the door. I'm hoping that, one thing that I'm really hoping we get through CitizenCon, I don't know if we'll get it immediately, but I'm hoping by the end of the year we get this, is the new UGF locations in Stanton. Because I can't tell you, as much as I love them, and it's one of my favorite things to do in Stanton right now, is the bunker missions. But they are so copy and paste, even with the fresh coats of paint that the mission feature team are constantly throwing on them with new variants and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited to try out the new ones in 321. I've been kind of waiting for it to go live till I try all the new things. I'm just tired of the same locations. Star Citizen desperately needs that scope factor that our planets already have, that the distance between our bunkers need to be just as big as the caves we explore, which are huge. You get in a cave and you're in there, you can be in there for upwards to an hour or two just exploring every nook and cranny, and if you're mining, add even more time on that as well. So the new UGFs definitely offer a nice opportunity for new missions and group play that we haven't really seen yet. And the fact that ground vehicles can go in there's multiple traversal options, really piques my interest for fun, active things that we can do. Absolutely, that too. Yes, I did see the Apollo series was in a white box. Very excited about that. Another ship I'm quite excited to get my hands on once it's out. Or rather, be able to take it out of my hangar. But yeah, very exciting stuff. And then, with day 2 of CitizenCon, quite a few panels on day 2 that I'm excited for. I'm excited to see the changes to the FPS mechanics that they're coming with. Excited for the actual pyro portion to see what changes they've made. I'm curious to see if they're going to show us anything really new. Or if it's going to be, something else. Maybe it's something beyond pyro. I know that's a stretch and some hopium there, but it would be cool to see what's beyond, pyro. It's right around the corner. We know that will be in our grasp within hopefully the next 6 to 9 months. And, I really hope that CIG have been working beyond just pyro. I know they've been doing some work on Nyx. How much, who knows, but we do know that they have done some stuff to it. And we know that Odin and a couple other systems for Squadron have been worked on too. And if Squadron is truly, if its release date is truly towards the end of next year, or even the beginning of the year following, 2025, that's a lot of new content that will be ported over. And with hopefully server meshing being static server meshing, I will say, being roughly a year away, hopefully less if everything goes well. That means we should hopefully start seeing things like larger population caps, capital ships being introduced into the game. Especially if Squadron's out, we'll see the Idris and Javelin be brought into players' hands. And who knows, maybe a lot more, because a lot of that, aside from long development time, the overall server performance and player caps and engineering gameplay have been, the biggest holdbacks for those ships. You don't think it'll be late 2025? Yeah, definitely. I think at the latest it would be early to mid 2025. At the latest. At the earliest, I think, reasonably end of 2024, like around probably October time, CitizenCon time again, because at that point they could release it. They could, even release it during CitizenCon, and then bring all of the voice actors that can make it to come, and people just gush and gaw all over, and make a huge publicity stunt for it, for the people who are either recently new or who are, like, wow, what game is Mark Hamill in? That's been in development for over 10 years. So I could definitely see that being a thing. Very true, Axis. Alright, where's our mission at? So, we are currently on our way to Jumptown, to where we are going to see about wrecking some people's days, just for the lulz of it. Because those filthy pirates are trying to make away with drugs.
Bottom drive is now on.
So this will be interesting. We may get completely annihilated. I'm a decent fighter pilot, but I'm nowhere near the best. And who knows what type of number of people are there, and the ground defenses that could be there. Alright, so this one seems to be somewhat closer to it. Hoping this will put us roughly about 30 kilometers out.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
100, not bad. You can close. 500, that's on the other side. Okay, we're just going to make our way over there and then do a nosedive down. Oh yeah, I mean, we've already seen how the effect of the delay with PES has affected this year in terms of funding access. You're absolutely right. And then, you know, PES also wasn't the only thing that caused it. Just in general, people aren't as interested in small ships. And people are tired of concepts as well, you know. And CIG is focusing on getting things out that they actually can try to get out. So it makes sense why they're doing what they're doing, but people aren't interested in that. You know, some of them this year were a hit, others were more of a miss. The Fury did well, but for a lot of people, those were just was just a stepping stone token for other things that will be coming out later. I know for myself it was. I actually melted mine in the meantime, but plan to pick it up here before the IAE so I can specifically use them as LTI tokens. Hi Blight, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You excited for CitizenCon? But yeah, it's you know, CIG, they ultimately they know what they're doing, even if the backers grumble and you know, don't fully agree with their choices. The one thing that CIG's marketing team knows is how to make money, and they are very good at it. I'm curious how the Zeus will do. Basically, you know, from everything that I've seen, it's not really my cup of tea. You know, they're saying that it's going to be a Cutlass freelancer competitor from RSI. You know, depending on what its variants are, if it has any, and its intended role, if it is just a single ship of the line. I don't know. You know, I'm more interested in the big ships. But that's just me. I'm sure it will sell to a lot of people. So for those who don't know, we are currently doing Jump Town right now. We are on the lawful side, and we're not really here to confiscate. We're mainly here to deter would-be pirates. Have no idea how many people are here, and we're just gonna have fun with it. We may die, we may kick ass. It's really up in the air. Might upgrade a ship. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard with my fleet right now to do that. Even though I have a lot of ships, most of them are the ones I actually want for my final fleet for the for our org. So it's been getting harder and harder to make those calls. I kind of don't want to spend outright either at the moment. But I'm excited to see it regardless. You know, I love any new introduction to the pipelines. Yes, absolutely, Blight. Absolutely. I mean, luckily, with the way things are looking, you know, if the stars are aligned and Squadron truly is on its way out finally, and if, you know, the stars align as well for server meshing with the replication layer coming in with 321, I could definitely see progression stepping up. You know, we're already... Oh, we got someone. We have an F8 Lightning. All right, we're going to slow down. It looks like they're coming out. We're going to kind of side strafe a little bit to the side here. I'm curious if that's their protection or if... Okay, we got eyesight on the ground. We're going to slow down a bit more. If you see flying pigs, you'll take it as a sign. Absolutely. I'm going to bring it down real slow here. Excuse me. Alright, based off of how I'm at, it looks like they are landed. I'm curious if I should take their ship out. I mean, they're not a criminal or anything. For now, we'll keep it as is. It doesn't look like... Looks like they're the only person there. But yeah, you know, if... the way I see it, if CIG can actually manage to get Squadron out by the end of next year and into our hands, and if the implementation of the replication layer and then after that static server meshing goes well, I could see things starting to progress a lot more quickly because, as we already know, CIG has already mentioned that they have started moving over the squadron teams back over to the PU. I wonder if that person DC'd. They're just kind of floating there. They're not moving. They're not doing anything. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, shit. Good thing the ship is tanky. Oh, lost a fin. Goodbye tail fin. Yes, the whole Earth and the whole Sol system is going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see how they tackle that. All right, well, we don't have anyone here. We don't have really any cargo either to be able to store contraband. Oh, this is the drop-off. No, okay, drop-off is 60,000 away. Two funny axes, absolutely. Where's my house? I'm supposed to be able to go everywhere. Alright, well, I'm curious. CIG and then changing the keybinds is definitely a pain because I have no idea how to scan. I know how to do ping, but no idea how to scan any longer. Is it Alt V? Nope. Right Alt V? Nope. Alright, well, there is no one here. That's kind of a bummer. We were looking for a fight, and we got none. Hello, welcome to the stream, new viewer. Alright, we got some stuff over here. I'm gonna do the claim jumper mission instead because that has a lot of prospectors for us to shoot at. So let's go ahead and hop onto that. But yeah, you know, if CIG manages those things, I see good things for the future. Very true. Alright, Calliope. Oh, that's where we're at. Silly me. Alright, where's the mission at? Oh gosh, it is far away. Super far away. Okay. Well, we will try to make it work. You know what? Actually, that's too far away. That's on the opposite side of the solar system, and I don't got enough time for that. Alright, we got some bounty hunter stuff here. Let's take a look. Alright, we're going to do this one because it looks like it is an atmosphere. Ah, nice. 62,000, so... Alright. Yeah, I think they said they'll only allow you to go to New York, Moscow, and Shanghai, but maybe they changed their minds. Possibly. It would be interesting to see. I would hope that maybe, they would do each of their studio locations. So Frankfurt, Manchester, Montreal, LA, Houston, and then obviously a couple of the, other signature places. Shanghai would be still awesome to see. And then maybe even minor locations as well that wouldn't be major LZs, but just, cities and hamlets and things like that that have things for you to do and whatnot. Would be really cool. All right. Still so far away. Alright, well, we're going to turn cruise control on and we're going to fly around for a bit until we get closer. Alright. Anyways, let's talk about, I guess, 321. Since we haven't really talked much about that right now, aside that the replication layer's coming in at some point later down the line. I'm hoping that, based off of everything that we've seen, 321 is looking to be launched during CitizenCon. So we'll probably be getting it in our hands on the live servers in the next, within the next week and a half. They have already been, as of today, I believe, maybe even last night, devs have been flying around in the Spirit A1 bomber. And I have heard that a couple players have already been able to disable the devs, kill them, and steal it for themselves, and being able to fly it around, test it out. Super excited to see the Spirit series start to enter the game. Unfortunately, my Spirit isn't in the game as I have the E1, and they are most likely waiting on passenger transport to be implemented. But the fact that we're getting two of them in, one right now, probably the second one I'm expecting for IAE with the C1, is really exciting. I'm hoping that they'll start working on the replication layer tests immediately after CitizenCon, because while not as massive as PES, I do assume that they are going to want to put it through its paces, and giving it, an entire month to test through November will probably be needed. Hopefully, we'll see it in game by the IAE end of November. That's what my current prediction is. Let's see. What else? Axis. Anything particular for 321 that you can think of that is on the roadmap progress tracker that we may see? I'm hoping that, this is more of a CitizenCon, but possibly a 321. I'm hoping we see more on the new ammo types. Flak ammo, plasma, disruption, the new distortion, what other, incendiary. You heard that London and Sydney were others. Yeah, the X1, definitely. The G12 is also in development, which is exciting. Which, honestly, the G12, again, when I was listening to Space Tomatoes and Execute's podcast the other day, they brought up a lot of good points. The G12 is going to be, similar to the Ursa, it's going to be a very valuable ground vehicle, as it has the interior cabin, sealed cabin, so you'll be able to go through hazardous environments and be able to be safe and replenish your oxygen, resupply without issue. And yeah, absolutely, Axis. Tractor beam, that's in the SRV, that's going to be huge as well. And it's not just the SRV that's getting the tractor beams. If they fully worked everything out, all ships that have a tractor beam utility attachment will be able to get it. So that's going to be the Cutlass Black, the Nomad, the Caterpillar, the C1. I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch more, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. All right, we're slowly making our approach. Again, I apologize for the coughs there. Every once in a while, I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has the potential, and that is, for fact, coming with 321. Super exciting stuff. And the things that they're holding out with for IAE is going to be interesting. Absolutely. I actually just started Starfield Blight last night. Played for probably about 20 minutes. Got to the first major city after the tutorial, and by that point it was already getting kind of late, so I had to stop. But was enjoying it so far. I'm definitely so used to Star Citizen's flight model that I was like, oh gosh, this is so arcadey when playing Starfield, but it was enjoyable. I had a good time. I look forward to fully jumping into that. We'll probably do some live streams of that as well, and checking that out. Because it's I'm excited for 321 to come out, because there's some stuff on there I want to check out and play. Now that Star Citizen in general has kind of started getting back to that almost 3.17 stability, I feel more confident enough to start doing org missions and group ups that we used to do a lot more before the 318 debacle. Yeah, absolutely, Blight. That's another thing why I'm excited is that if Starfield has any form of what Fallout and Skyrim had from the modding community, it will be a game that lives for a long, long time. Axis. By the way, did you notice the front end of the Apollo has increasingly looked like it uses Polaris assets? I have noticed that a little bit. Kind of same with what has been shown, and I mean it's not a lot, but same with the Zeus. Execute said it looks like they kind of just took off the front of the Polaris and made that, the head of the Polaris and made that into a ship. And it makes, honestly, it makes a lot of sense for both. CIG is focused on getting RSI. Has been focused getting RSI ships out, and and we have a huge lineup of them now that will be coming out. And hopefully that means that we will also see the Perseus and Galaxy, which are two ships I'm very much looking forward to, be coming out within the next year or so as well. At least getting news updates on, and hopefully be able to watch the development of them, because that's what I'm very much looking forward to, seeing those two ships in particular being made step by step. But I gotta say, one thing I'm actually pretty excited about with 321, now that I'm thinking about it, is I'm actually excited that they're bringing back Siege of Orison as well as the Orison platform missions. I had a lot of fun doing those. I know that Siege of Orison had its issues, especially with griefers and whatnot. But in terms of like a group mission, especially if you could get in at the beginning or early on, it was just so much fun, and just hours and hours of fun. And I really look forward to doing that with the org. All right, we're making an approach. We're about 36 kilometers out. So excited to see that. Oh, absolutely, Blight. In a lot of ways, I feel like Star Citizen is. A lot of people that in my life that I show it to, and I can say that probably for a lot of us, this game has unprecedented wow factor with what you can do. And, other games are they're catching up, but, publishers, they don't want to put in that effort of risk, seeing the time and money it takes to do these things and have it potentially fail. That guy's downward spiraling. Origin 125A. Was he gonna crash? He crashed. Sorry, that was loud. Oh gosh. Even the NPCs have trouble with atmospheric flight. That was a little anticlimactic. Beautiful area to fight in, though. But yeah, that was a bit anticlimactic, if I have to say. Let's go ahead and go down to the kind of dry terrain here, and we'll walk around a bit, stretch our legs. We had another pip up there for a second. Is there another guy around here? Just some minerals, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and put our landing gear down, and this looks like a good place to stop. Absolutely, Blight, absolutely. Games were a lot simpler back then.
Landing complete.
And all right. excuse me. And they've definitely come a long way. I mean, certain companies definitely still have a lot more ways to go. They're stuck in their ways. Wow. I definitely need to explore Microtech more. It's been a long while. Yeah, it is definitely dizzying. I completely agree. Yeah, definitely. I thought so too, which is why I completely agree, Axis, which is why I decided to come down here, because I haven't seen a place that's so sparse and almost... what's the word? Can't recall what the environment type is, but yeah, it's very beautiful. Awesome flatland here. That's one thing I'm super excited for in the future is when, oh gosh, that wind. I can't wait for when base building comes into the game. I can't wait to take my Pioneer out and be able to build some locations. You know, I hope to find a beautiful place like this to be able to set up a nice, awesome base.
Takeoff complete.
Yeah, this area is huge. It's awesome. God, this thing is such a speed demon. It is crazy. Holy cow. And the length of the boost on this thing is also insane. Tundral. Yes, that's exactly what the word I was searching for. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at our missions real quick, see if anything interesting has popped up. It's unfortunate that there hasn't been any combat assist missions. Okay, we got some stuff here. VRT, where's it at though? 2,000 kilometers. Alright, let's see if this will put us close by.
Bottom drive is now on. Landing gear ready.
Yes, absolutely. Right there with you, Blight. It would be interesting to see how they would handle mods, and you know, because there was the promise of mod support as well as private servers. You know, with how the game is now, I'm not sure how they would handle that, unless if they like you can have a single solar system, which I mean, even that on its own, if you could choose, you know, the biggest solar system and have that be its own server, you could definitely have a ton of content with that, and then with modding on that would be insane.
Bottom drive is now
Gosh, I am sorry. Ghost Hollow, okay. But VR, I'm super looking forward to that. You know, the fact that there are a bunch of VR enthusiasts at CIG is very exciting to see and hear. I am a VR enthusiast myself. Haven't played it much yet, but I'm excited that the Quest 3 just came out. I love my Quest 2. But this game in VR would be mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. I went on VR chat once, probably like 6 or 7 months ago, and someone had recreated the Mercury Star Runner in VR chat, and you could literally walk around and see the entire ship, and it was just mind-blowing. It was awesome. I mean, nothing was really interactable, but at least on the one that I was on, but it was still so cool to see. I do have it, and yes, it is an amazing game. I mean, Unity is very interesting right now. You know, I'm not sure if it's the CEO or CFO, one of their top people, essentially the one who said that whole fiasco idea, he resigned. And thank God that he did, because he used to be the CEO of EA. I didn't know that they had made him CEO at any point. It makes a lot of sense, the decisions that Unity has made over the years, now that I know that bit of information. But yeah, super glad to see that he's out of there. The guy is a scumbag, literally. He called people who don't monetize their games idiots. Like most anti-consumer friendly person I've ever seen. This is gonna take a little while, and there's nowhere to go. Okay, so we need to just get back up into space, because it's gonna take a while. Yeah, exactly, Access. So Star Citizen uses the Lumberyard engine, but it's been so heavily modified that it's pretty much its own engine now, which they call the Star Engine? I believe it's called Star Engine. Correct me in the comments if I'm mistaken, but it is based off of the Cry engine. So at its core, it's the Cry engine that's been modified into the Lumberyard, which is Amazon's game engine, which then has 10 years worth of modifications, heavy modifications, that pretty much is nowhere near identical to Lumberyard any longer. Exactly, Axis. Yeah, a lot of people don't know is that quite a few number of years back, CIG was actually sued by CryEngine, that's Ubisoft, I believe, because originally they had partnered with Ubisoft to use CryEngine, and then they found that it wasn't going to work. So they switched over to Lumberyard, because Amazon at that point had modified CryEngine when they purchased the rights to their own license to work on it and change it however they wanted to. Found that the changes that they made would allow for the new features that Star Citizen wanted to go for. And no problem, Blight. So like for example, you know, CryEngine really isn't a game, or isn't really an engine was built for multiplayer games. It was mainly made for single player experiences, and so a lot of the natural netcode as well as just overall mechanics were very kind of tied into what was there. and CIG didn't really have the rights and ability to modify it to the terms that they needed. And so when they saw that Lumberyard, that Amazon owned the rights to Lumberyard, and that it was still CryEngine, they were able to port over all the work that they did, and without having to have too much crazy changes they needed to do to get it reworking on Lumberyard, they were able then to go there and have essentially a much easier free reign of being able to do the R&D that they needed to get the features they wanted for Star Citizen. It was, but when they made that change, CryEngine actually sued CIG for essentially stealing proprietary code that was on CryEngine that wasn't allowed to be on Lumberyard. And so it took like 4 years, I believe is how long the court case for that. They were like demanding to see the source code for Star Citizen, and they were fighting tooth and nail to say, hey, no, we didn't steal anything. And eventually the judge sided with Star Citizen, or with CIG, saying that a lot of the claims that you're saying doesn't really add up, Ubisoft, and CIG did provide proof that that stuff wasn't there, and it ultimately fell to Ubisoft having to pay the court fees and whatnot for CIG, and CIG was actually very respectful about it, and the case, I believe, was ultimately dismissed. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been quite a few years since I've looked into it, but as far as I know, everything was settled. And then that was probably around 2017, I want to say, is when that wrapped up. End of 2017, early 2018. And kind of a lot more, we kind of started seeing a lot more focus on the game after that point, because that, like, if I want to, again, I'm spitballing from what I recall, but I know that the legal fees were several million that CIG was putting towards this court case, so that way they wouldn't lose everything that they had been doing. And I'm sure that really halted a lot of things, because they were, having to juggle all this stuff. But fun little fact there. This is taking way longer than I thought it would have been. It's unfortunate there wasn't any jump points nearby. Welcome, viewers who have joined recently. We're currently on our way to do a bounty mission. Unfortunately, there's no QT marks nearby, so we're having to manually fly there. Currently talking all things Star Citizen, talking from legal dramas of the past to fun and exciting stuff of the near future. If you have anything you want to talk about, please let me know in the chat. I'd love to talk about anything you may want to ask. Yeah, it was, they really kept it kind of on the down low, and unless if you, looked into the court documents of what happened during that time, CIG never publicly talked about it. And not a lot of YouTube channels covered it. It was a very interesting point and period for the company, because it literally, like I said, it took about 4 years that they went through it. It was from when they transitioned from CryEngine to Lumberyard, and then from there transforming Lumberyard into the Star Engine, and it took up a lot of time. I mean, honestly, I think it really made CIG a lot stronger, because it really forced them to know their game, know their legalities are surrounding what they're making and what they're using. So it was a very interesting point for them. We're going to try to boost through this thing. Luckily, this F8C boosts pretty quickly, or recharges its boost pretty quickly. Hopefully this guy will have an extra buddy flying with him, so we won't have 10 seconds of fun like last time. Can't believe that Origin 125 flew into the fucking mountain. Oh gosh. Under the 200 mark. Making progress. Oh, was it January of 2020? Wow. Wow, okay. I guess it was a lot sooner than what I recalled. I just remember reading about it. Number of years ago and following the case when I could. Giorgio, wait for me. Yeah, we really have, and honestly, I truly think that case really, affected the speed of development because they, had to make sure their shit was not, was one being, pried upon by other companies and by the jury system, and then on top of it, making sure that everything was up to snuff. So thirsty. So, have you guys gone over the CitizenCon schedule? Is there any panel in particular that you guys are very excited to be able to get some information from? The interesting ones. I know what you mean. The one on the new updates to the character creation. While it is interesting, it's definitely a low-key one for me. I'm probably going to skip that panel and be walking around the convention hall at that point. Yeah, I definitely look forward to it in game, but not really for an hour-long talk. turn on the booster regen. Bring that up. This thing fills so fast. Should have done that 3 minutes ago. You're interested in more city planets? That would definitely be cool. I'd love to see some updates to ArcCorp. It's just, as beautiful as it is, it's just so flat, despite being something that has so much scale to it, you know. I look forward to building interiors, being able to get down into the gutters of places, to the underbelly of the cities, and really being able to explore more locations. You know, I want to have that moment from like Knights of the Old Republic, where you have the upper city and the lower city, and it is a different feeling from each location that is full of its own breathable worlds and society. All right, 36 kilometers out. We'll go ahead and restore our stuff here. In fact, you know what, we're gonna boost it a bit. And we're gonna start slowing down. Out. Please have a buddy with you. Give me more than one target, please. Slowing down. Okay. Got our guy there. Oh, do we have a second? What is he flying? Gamma. He's targeted onto us, all right. And he's headed our way. Nice. Whoa. What? He did have a friend. Nice. You could take a lot of bullets in the face. Alright, awesome. Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Well, we've been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. A little bit under that. I think we're going to wrap up the video here. I got some other things I got to prepare for tonight, and it's starting to wrap, kind of get late at night. Really some things I gotta get to tomorrow. But with that being said, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you again, guys, so much for coming and watching. Had a great time talking to you guys. We're definitely going to be doing some more videos here soon, and with CitizenCon coming just around the corner, we will be having a lot more content to talk about, with a bunch of new ships hopefully, and a bunch of new footage and clips to go along with it. CitizenCon is on the 21st and 22nd. Be sure to stop by our channel. We'll be doing minor live streams throughout the events, since we'll be there on foot. And I hope to catch you guys there. If any of you are actually going to be going to CitizenCon, let me know in the comment section, or join our Discord, because we have giveaways that we're going to be giving to members of our community, as well as just random people that we meet at the convention hall. So if you're interested in checking that out, check out our last released video to get an actual visual on what it is. We are making engraved items, wood engraved items like keychains and things that have like manufacturer logos and things like that. But if you want to get an actual look of what they look like, check out that video. Hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you guys in the next video.